boys in blue are back.
Back!
We're back, baby!
Ilinic, he finishes that shot! And another save! Matt Freed!
Welcome to another episode of the City Boys.
Welcome to another episode of the City Boys Show. I'm Javier, this is Danny.
What is
We are here
back at Yankee Stadium.
Back at Yankee Stadium.
I'm freezing my ass off.
It is cold.
I legit walked out of my house and forgot to put on a coat.
You're an idiot.
I am an idiot.
But I think the audience already knows you're an idiot, so nothing's...
Bro,
The three people listening.
talking about me being an idiot.
What?
So I'm walking to the stadium. Some guy's selling jerseys outside. He goes, New Jersey, New Jersey, New Jersey. I meet up with him. I'd be like, yo, this guy thinks it's a New Jersey team. Or he thinks we're a New Jersey team. We're here playing Yankee Stadium. He goes, bro, it's a New Jersey. He's selling the New Jersey.
This kid is a clown, bro.
I am such an idiot.
I can't believe you didn't know that. And you were so adamant how dumb he was. And I'm looking at you like how dumb you are.
Bro, I was going to cop that jersey from him. And then he said New Jersey, and I was like,
I really want to cop one of those bootleg ones. Yeah. I hope they have them next week.
It looked fly.
I was kind of being cheap today. I didn't even ask the prices. I'm like, nah, let me just go. I was running because I wanted to make it to the March.
Pop it. We too hyped right now.
March was fire. Then when I talk about fire, literally the smokestack, what are they called? The pyros. I'm saying it wrong. The flares.
The flares, yeah.
The flares, they had unlimited. It was just like, shoot, the back pocket, boom, boom. Little kid had one, bam. It was so sick, bro. There was just unlimited flares. At one point, they're like, come on, New York. And then they have this kid in the middle. I want to show the video just because it's so epic. And like they're hyping up this little kid and he's about to go crazy. But everybody's still slow. It's still slow. It's building up. And then everybody goes crazy and the kid's getting out. It was just insane.
Oh my, I'm getting goosebumps just hearing the story, bro.
It's 10 years. Today's 10 years since the club started. We weren't fans till like 5 years in. But it just like, for us, it's like we do media, so sometimes we're not in the thick of the fans. But like, that's where we fell in love with this. Yes. When you're with those fans and when you're part of those marches. And I was in there just getting destroyed. Bam, 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 bam. I'm like getting hit left and right. I'm holding a tripod, phone in my face. And I'm like, this is what it's all about. I love this shit. I miss this. And being inside those things are the best.
That's awesome.
Great. And it wasn't just me who felt that way. I was walking by and I was like, yo, that was one of the best marches since the club started. That's how great it felt. It felt good. Somebody said that. So I was like, yo, this felt really cool.
I didn't make it because I wasn't feeling so great, but it looked full too. I mean, how many people were there? It looked like it was a much bigger size than usual.
It was a real good crowd. It was really solid. It started off a little smaller and then it just got bigger and bigger and bigger as it kept going. But it was fun, man. Really fun.
That's awesome.
So good to talking about people being sick. Yo, if you guys it didn't look like it because we had a great game. NYCFC's whole team was sick. When we were interviewing them, they were all wearing masks. Pascal Jansen said after the game that Maxi was feeling sick.
Yes.
What's your Pascal?
0.
I'm going to give everybody your thing. Let's get into the lineup stuff. We'll talk about everybody being sick after. So, lineups were interesting. NYCFC posts the lineup and then Fop Mob has a different lineup, and everybody's talking about what's the real lineup.
But interesting. They posted the lineup. It had Ojeda in the lineup.
Yeah. Then
they posted again. Hannes Wolf is in the lineup. Press conference comes around. Everyone wants to know what happened. What happened?
Hannes Wolf starts, and
shout out to Post 90. They asked the question, what was up with the lineup change at the last minute? What was his answer?
He said Ojeda was late. And this is a team game, and you know, I had to bench him. Unfortunately, he said like things like this happen, but this is a team game, and if you weren't here on time, you get benched. Let's talk about that. Johnson, his aura, like he's solid, dude. Bro, he seems solid,
bro. He comes off with experience, and when he said Ojeda's late and it's a team game, I didn't feel like he was throwing Ojeda under the bus. He said, "This is our rules." He broke the rules. Unfortunately, there's consequences because he played better this week in practice. He deserved the spot, but he lost the spot.
Yeah.
And then we have to do what we got to do. And it just felt like, whoa. He was so upfront with it, yet it came off as refreshingly like just like just like an aura to him, and just kind of saying like, I can be blunt, but at the same time not throw my team under the bus. And it was just a completely different press conference vibe than all of the past 2 years.
That's what I'm saying. If Cushing was in that seat today, and at first I don't even know if he benches. Second, I don't even know if we get a real answer out of that. But
we would be speculating for like the next 3 weeks on what happened with Ojeda.
We're like, no, the intern just messed up the lineups on the graphic. But it was refreshing, and just the way he talks, the way he presents the game, the way he talked about why he's done certain movements when it comes to substitutions, when it comes to how he sees the game. He's in control of the locker room and what's going on that field. And it's really good to see.
Shout out to Halen for bringing this up to me. But then after he said it to me, I brought it up to a few people. He's giving Nancy Wilfred vibes.
All right.
But what I'm saying is the vibes. I'm not saying he's the same level of coach, but the aura, the directness, the way he's handling the players, he's giving that vibe. Is he the coach yet? But can he become the coach? Maybe. I'm just saying the vibes were
guy,
there.
not like he is already the coach.
No, I meant like the level of Nancy Wilfred.
Oh, okay.
And I think and you know, I was talking to a few NYCFC employees, and they were kind of saying the same thing. Like, totally agree with that. That's kind of the same vibe we get. So yeah. Just saying.
I like him a lot. Another thing that happened with the lineup, Justin Hack goes to the back, and Jonathan Shore gets his first start of the season. Well, when you first saw that, how did you feel?
I mean, I was excited to see Shore. I thought Shore played amazing, and it was really good to hear in the press conference where, you know, they asked him, what was your thought process behind playing Shore? And he said, I just want to point out that the reason I played Shore in Miami, the reason I played Shore in LA, and the reason he got a start today is because he deserved that spot. He's shown it in practice, and he belongs out there, and he proved this right, the way he played out there. And he was fantastic. Yeah. He won player of the match.
Well, NYCFC's player of the match.
He was my player of the match, too.
Yeah, he did play well. Let's talk about the game. Let's get into the game. What are some things that stood out? I know Julian, the nutmeg in the 29th minute. And then that's an example of Shore playing really well. Passes it to Shore. He nutmegs the guy, passes it to Shore. Shore, a defender's coming right to Shore. He dishes it out right to the left to Wolf. And it's one of those moments where you're like, yo, this Jonathan Shore kid is good. Like, yeah. He's in control. Even though he's young, it still feels like he's fluent with the ball.
Yeah, agreed. Unfortunately, Hannes Wolf had a really... So I guess when just to talk about like that first half, it felt like we were in control for the majority of the game. I think the first 10 minutes or 15 minutes, we had 90% possession of the ball.
Yeah.
After that, it changed a little bit. It got a little bit more even. We got a little bit more loose. But we were still making plays through Johnny Shore, through Keaton Parks, through Maxi Morales. You saw it. Unfortunately, what was happening was that when it was getting to Hannes Wolf, the play was ending there. And I think it was really interesting because in the press conference, it was brought up about Hannes Wolf, right? Hannes Wolf got the start because Ojeda was late. And he, Pascal Janssen said, I see qualities and consistency from Hannes Wolf, but he's still missing some of those key attributes. And what I got from that was the ability to finish consistently and also the ability to keep momentum when the ball's in the way and or the ball's moving forward. And so I thought he struggled really bad in that first half. I'll talk about the second half, but yeah, I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, and to your point, I think he wasn't sugarcoating it, Janssen. I think he's still saying like Hannes still needs to improve.
Yes.
I think he wasn't like Hannes is a lock in this lineup, and he wouldn't have had Hannes start if Ojeda was on time.
Yes.
So Hannes does. It still looks like Hannes in this system, or for whatever reason, he's not finishing. And somebody proved a really good stat. Hannes hasn't scored since last July.
Yeah.
It's been that long.
Yeah.
So the second half was pretty big for him. Hopefully this shifts him around, but that was a struggling first half. And it kind of felt like whenever we had momentum, Hannes was that last missing piece, and it just never played out. So He was struggling in that first half. But I think overall, we were still the more dominant team that first half. 63 possession of their 37. We had 7 shots, 3 on target. we had 210 accurate passes to their 115. So I think that first half shows that we had pretty good quality. It's just we weren't getting in the first half. You know what's so funny? We go into halftime, and then the whole MLS did not. Any games that started at 7:30 did not score in that first half. I don't know what was going on with MLS. They were just like, nah, let's take this week off.
That was amazing. Actually, I don't know if you saw a tweet, but MLS posted a tweet. MLS admin, and he was like trying to find goals, and it was just a skeleton. Dude who had nothing to do that first half.
So let's get into the second half. Let's get into the goal, because I want to talk about goals, because I'm the MLS admin. When did we score that goal? Hold on.
It's in my notes, but you can check FOTMob as well.
It was the 69th minute.
That was not. Oh yeah, what? No. The 69th minute was their goal, homie. Our goal was
Alonso Martinez on the 60th minute.
Yes.
Maxi.
Yes, that's what it was.
Maxi goes, takes the shot. It hits the goalpost.
Bro, but Maxi takes that shot. That ball's moving at 2 miles per hour. I'm pretty sure I thought my eyes were in slow motion. The ball's rolling. Just rolling. The goalie's just letting it go by. It hits the crossbar, and you're like, ah. And then Alonso Martinez comes out of nowhere. 300. You know when something's in slow motion and then it goes in fast motion right afterwards? That's what happened. It hit the crossbar in slow motion. Everyone's like, ah. And then Alonso Martinez, everything goes back to normal speed. Kicks that going. It was great.
A goal, and Alonso Martinez, I don't know if you saw the overhead shot. NYCFC posted like an overhead shot of the goal. Dude, it wasn't like he had a direct line to that second chance. He pushed players out the way to get in there. And that's what you love about Alonso Martinez. He will do whatever he does to get those finishing chances.
Yeah.
And he's just like that clinical finisher. Sometimes you're like, damn, this is it. This is the guy. Like, we don't need anybody else. This is it.
Bro, he's like magnetized to the ball. It's like he needs to go where the ball is. There was a few times throughout the game where Alonso Martinez was behind the defender, and Maxi would still make the pass in, and then Alonso Martinez would get in front of the defender and get the ball and then distribute it. And you just saw that. Like, he does what he has, that physicality to get the ball and go move around the defender. And I thought he looked great out there.
Yeah, and one thing I wanted to point out, the team feels like it's flowing more, and it's purposefully. Like, we talked to Kevin O'Toole after, and he said that we were like, what's the difference between when you were playing with Cushing and when you were playing with Janssen now? And he's like, it's not so, and I think it's what we were saying, it's more fluid. Like, offensively, you can move around a little more, versus Cushing, it was kind of like, this is the tactic, go with it. But like, now they're able to flow a little more, and I think you see that out there on the field. Like, you see guys being able to make those moves that maybe they were strict to. And Kevin O'Toole had a leash to do anything. Kevin O'Toole, his work rate was crazy this game.
It was.
I mean, we'll talk about his ending, but I felt like he really pushed the ball up. Him and Micha have the opportunity to just keep pushing the ball up and overlapping on those wings and having two guys to, like, you know, where it's only one defender and you have two offensive guys to take advantage of that.
And you know what helps that?
What?
Justin Hack in that back end. Justin Hack just keeps proving himself game after game. I thought he had another incredible game. And this is a guy who was going from playing center back to playing midfield to going back to playing center back. So you're not even established in a position. And he's just looking so much stronger, faster, agile, better placement with movement with the ball. It's like a hack that we've never seen before. Just seeing his growth is insane.
I will say, I don't know if you want to put the blame on him for that 69th minute goal, but he did push forward on the defender, which did require Thiago Martins to try to get back. So I don't know if you want to put blame on him on that.
I mean, I want
to see the replay again to honestly determine if it was actually his fault. But
and I would say that, even, let's say that maybe that's the directed, I think between those 9 minutes, between our goal and that goal, it was a very loose team. I think they lost a little bit of composure, got really excited about the goal, and then you saw that it wasn't just Hack. Those 9 minutes, we probably had a minimal possession of the ball in those 9 minutes, because they had multiple opportunities around that time. So I think, you know, it kind of gave me a little bit of PTSD last season, where it was like, oh, we score a goal, we get relaxed, and what happens? And I felt like that's what happened for those 9 minutes. But luckily, we turned it around right after that.
But Janssen's been saying this. When we were playing against LAFC, what happened? Bawanga kind of had that little bit of space. We were covering him all night, but then we had that mental mistake, or we weren't disciplined for that one moment. which leads to a good cross, and then anything can happen in the box, and then Burke Reese didn't clear it. So I think those little moments we still need to refine. You know what I mean? You still need to always be focused, even after the goal. And I think when you have a young team like this, it's not there yet, but it's got to get there if we're going to be on the next level competing against the top teams.
100%.
Which Orlando is a top team. I mean, look at them. They were in the Eastern Conference Finals last year.
Yes.
If that's even what it's called in MLS.
It is.
Sure. So that's how that goal happens. But then 2 minutes later, right bounce back. That's the answer you want to see, right?
Yes.
You want to see them answer right away. I forgot how it all played out. How did it go down, though?
It was, someone kicked it past the line. So it was what do you call it? A through pass over the air. And then Julian Fernandez just got to it, bro. He got past that high line. He went over there and he got the ball. And he had that little remember that little tap in?
No, he tapped it on his
who headed it in. Yeah.
So for all the shit we give Hannes Wolf right now, it was, I mean, he did play out and it did work out really well.
I mean, he was in the right spot. That was a pretty easy shot. But I mean, easy is easy for me to say standing up here.
Yeah.
Hannes
Wolf in that second half actually turned it around because he also got a couple shots on target that second half that were actually dangerous. It wasn't true. like not a great shot. It was like good shots that were on target that the goalkeeper actually had to stop.
Yes.
So I thought that was good. He came back. I felt like he bounced back that second half. And it's going to be interesting to see how Janssen plays him or not because I feel like now it's kind of Ojeda's job. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah. And I think, Janssen said...
Even though Wolf could be lined up on the right now that I think about it, if Julian wasn't going to.
Yeah. But I mean, I think at this point, Julian had a solid game. I mean, Julian set up that assist. I think Julian's kind of deli out there. And that's something that you haven't really been seeing from Hannes Wolf. And so I think you've got to give a chance for Julian and Ojeda to be out there at the same time. And also, I'm really happy Hannes Wolf made that goal. But if you take the entire rest of the game, I didn't feel so great with Hannes Wolf. I wanted him subbed out at halftime. And so I think you got to bring in Ojeda next game. If he can show up on time.
Or if anybody's healthy, bro. I think you got them all sick.
I didn't go. I was gonna go to practice this week, make some cool footage, but I was sick, which is why we didn't have the pod this week.
He couldn't do the Michael Jordan flu game like
I
me.
couldn't do it.
I hold it down.
Matt, you know who held it down? Maxi Morales played 90 minutes sick.
Yeah, Maxi was sick. I think he has the flu.
I think so too. This is his flu game.
This is going to be my flu podcast now. I'm going to re-get the flu because of Maxi. We play New England next week. Wait, is there anything else in this game?
Oh, Kevin O'Toole with the red card?
Oh, yeah, Kevin O'Toole with the red card. That was a silly-ass red card.
It was a silly-ass red card.
And what that does is dictate the next game. So that's a perfect lead into the next game because what do we not have? Left backs, right? And Kevin O'Toole, we talked about it. Crazy work rate, great. But we're missing a left back. So who's going to play that left back next game?
I mean, we saw Cavallo right at the end of this game coming in from Maxi Morales on the 93rd minute. We saw Cavallo in the preseason, and we saw Cavallo, I think, against Inter Miami. Yeah. It did end up leading the reason they ended up scoring a goal. I think he played a part in it, but I think you got to play Cavallo. Hopefully Cavallo has a Johnny Shore game next week, and we're hyping him up too.
Yeah, so he's going to be the guy. One thing that's positive for us, New England doesn't have very good wingers. We talked about this. Campana is a good striker. They have Hill at the 10, but their wingers aren't solid. So that might be a good thing for us.
Yeah, exactly.
How do we stop Campana?
We got a DP center back right there, Thiago Martins, homie, and Justin Hag.
So do
you think Justin Hag is going to take Burke Reese's job?
I mean, he just did. Was Risa sick? Risa might have been sick, so that could have been.
It could have played a part, yeah.
I don't know if Risa was sick,
but I think he had another very, very solid game.
I think so too. Other than that goal, and we got to see who to attribute that goal to.
Yeah.
It's too fast, but yeah, I think it'll be interesting.
I felt like there was something else I want to touch on this game. Kevin O'Toole messed up. Johnny Shore wins player of the match. Alonso Martinez. Oh, yeah. The last thing I want to talk about is Maxi did play 90 minutes. Why didn't Maxi play 90 minutes?
Because he was gonna beat someone if he did. Did you see how mad he was when he had to get subbed out of NYCFC?
That is very true. Yeah,
he wasn't having it.
But
and this was his flu game.
But also, like, if you think about it, I was thinking at the end of the game, man, we need some substitutions. But who are we gonna sub? We need still more depth on this team, bro. For some reason, we're not seeing Maximo Carrizo. We still don't have Malachi Jones back. We don't have a lot of depth in these positions. We're just talked about Cavallo in the right back. Left back. And so it's just one of those things where, now who's Cavallo's backup?
If Cavallo goes down, I'm going on the field.
When Maxi's tired, who comes in for Maxi? Like, we don't. I think I'm really happy with the results. I'm really happy, but I think at that end of the game, I'm thinking, man, we need some subs. And I'm thinking, who am I going to put in from this bench? And I couldn't think of anyone. Pereira was out this game, so I guess you could put in Pereira.
Well, you had
you don't have a lot of wings.
Tavon Gray was out, so you had a couple guys, and that's the problem. A lot of our guys are a little bit injury prone too, which is an issue. Like Reese has been injured, Thiago Martins has been injured, Tavon's been injured, so it's like those defensive guys. I don't know, they lack a little depth. I mean, I think our wingers, at least we have a bunch of wingers.
Yeah.
So that frees us up, but yeah, it's a little tough with and if we talk about it, transfer windows coming up. It's going to end soon.
Yeah,
I think it's at the end of March.
I thought it was the end of or beginning, sometime in April.
Well, that's coming up real soon, bro.
Yeah.
So I heard there might be signings coming. What does that mean? I have no idea. What position? No idea. DP? No idea. But hopefully they're coming in soon.
Sorry? Yeah,
Yeah.
2 minutes. We'll be done. Thank you. Guys, we're getting kicked out of here.
We're getting kicked out. This has been real.
Do we have anything else to talk about?
We got to play New England.
We got to play New England.
Oh, you finally got the stickers. Stickers are coming out. They're going to be epic. So we talked to Micha after the game. I asked Micha, when are you going to do the Ronaldo celebration? He's like, I don't really score much. But what I do is usually I make it count or something like that. I forgot the exact words he used, but he's like, I make it important. So who knows what celebration we get next?
and they did ask him, "Are you going to change your number to 7 if you score again?" Yeah, he goes, "Nah, I'm down with 35. I ain't changing that number."
35 is a random ass number. You better go get that 7, boy. All right, we're getting kicked out. This has been real.
I think that's it.
So Micha stickers.
Micha stickers coming out
next week.
And I'm not telling you what the sticker is, but.
Hey.
Peace.